Greetings, Doug Saline, your digital photo guru here. Today I'm going to show you how to resize images for Instagram in Photoshop. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. Give this video a like and leave comments. Stick around till the end of the video and I'll show you a really cool tip. Instagram was originally designed to be used on a phone. I use mine on a tablet. I also use it on a computer. Before I get into the tutorial, let me show you a cool little trick here. If you want to do everything from your computer, well, most things from your computer, change the user agent, I'm in Safari, to the iPhone. Once you do that, you have a little plus sign at the bottom and you can create a post. Now, many people when they upload to Instagram, they upload it in a 1:1 format. By default, Instagram is a 5:4 format, but photographers use a 3:2 format. If you upload it to Instagram, you can go ahead and change the aspect ratio, but it will change it to Instagram's aspect ratio. And we shoot in a 3:2. Here's what the 1:1 looks like. Okay, now I'll go way back to some of my older posts, and there's a typical 1:1. Okay, but if you want to show your photos in all their glory, you can do a little bit of work in Photoshop and they will display like this in your original 3:2 aspect ratio. Let me show you how to do it. If you have a landscape image that's wider than it is tall, the first thing you need to do is change the image size to 1080 pixels wide. Don't worry about the resolution, just keep it at its native resolution and resize it to 1080 pixels wide. Next thing you need to do is change your canvas size to 864 pixels high. And this will give you their native 4:5 aspect ratio, and then save the image. And of course you want to save it as JPEG. Now let's look at a portrait style image. This is taller than it is wide. The first thing we're going to do is change the image size to 1350 pixels high. And then we're going to change the canvas size to 1080 pixels wide. And that will give you your 4:5 aspect ratio. And now I'm going to save it again. And now we're going to upload them to Instagram. And again, I'm going to change the user agent to the iPhone. And now when I click the plus sign, I can go to my image. And what you need to do is on your phone or your tablet or your computer, you'll see this little icon in the lower left-hand side. And you click that and Instagram resizes it to their 5:4 aspect ratio. But by adding the extra canvas, you're going to be able to display it exactly the way it should be. See, it displays perfectly. You just got a little bit of extra canvas at the top and the bottom. Now let's upload the vertical image. And again, what you need to do is click this little icon and Instagram will resize it to the correct aspect ratio. And then of course you fill in your caption and location and all that good stuff. And now if I go to my timeline and click on the image, it looks perfect in Instagram. And now for the cool tip I promised you. I'm always a firm believer in working smarter instead of working harder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an action for each of these. I've got a folder set up, my social media actions, and if I click the plus sign, I'm going to create a new action, call it Resize for Instagram. Now when I record, the first thing I'm going to do is resize the image to 1080 pixels wide. And then I'm going to change the canvas size to a height of 864 pixels. And click OK. And that's my action. So I'm going to go back now, and I'm going to go back to history and open it up the way it was, and I'm going to show you just how great this action works. And there it is. And now let's go to the vertical image, and I have to create a separate action for that one. And the first thing I'm going to do is change the image size. And again, remember, you don't need to change the resolution. Just need to change the height to 1350 pixels. And now change the canvas size to 1080 pixels wide. And stop recording your action. Now if I go back to history and undo this and go to my handy action, boom, that quickly it's done. Save them, upload them to Instagram, and you're good to go. As an added bonus, when you work in Photoshop, you can add your watermark. And if you haven't seen my watermark tutorial, click the button up top and you can view where I show you how to create a watermark in Photoshop. So there you have it, resizing an image for Instagram and keeping the aspect ratio of your camera intact.